Alright, welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We're taking on a Japanese player here. We're going to just use the team with Chez because I want to give Chez some extra mileage here. Yeah, aside from that, really not much going on this map. I don't know, some people have been saying that they've been finding Ether Raids a little bit easier lately because I think some people or some of the people in the vault just don't put any more effort into their defense builds nowadays, or they just put out a defense that whatever they want to put out and then just leave it and forget about it, because I completely understand why as well, because people kind of feel like nothing works, so they don't bother to put the energy into building a defense, or they just don't care that much, which is understandable. Not everyone is going to be like into that aspect of the game mode. Some people just play the game for the rewards, and I have no problem with that. That's totally fine. Probably not the best viewing for, like, if you're someone that's looking for a challenge, you're not going to really find anything like that, but it is what it is. We take them and we go. Sometimes you want to get some easier matchups. Can't be all sweat all the time, and I understand that point of view as well. It's just for the general health of the game and the player base. Everyone doesn't always want to face off against a cav line. And also, like, catcher balls are like pretty much dead. Like, I feel like there are enough counters now, just Schism and, well, Schism primarily, and just units overall, that catcher just isn't good enough to break down. You have the Winter Edelgards, the hit and run strategies. There's like so many ways that people have become just more accustomed to taking down catcher balls, and
what do we do?
Yeah, I feel like people have gotten just used to it. And also the fact that just having that extra nuke sometimes can really just put a matchup in your favor. Because catcher balls are really meant to be armor busters. Because right after we got the Valentine's banner, that's like when catcher really started to pick up steam, because saves became a thing, and we needed a way to break through saves. So catcher was really that option, but we have a lot of armor busters now, and between Duo Sanaki, the Igarin with her AoE damage, there's a lot of ways to take out armored units, and also no one's really tanking things like anymore, really. Everyone's kind of switching to Vantage strategies with the few units we can do it. Which is understandable.
Anything you want?
The best form of tanking is just not getting hit, and I can completely understand the shift. You can't put Hardy Buried on everyone. There's only one Hardy Buried Seal, and outside of that, you're probably just going for sweeps and hoping that you come out successful somehow. So yeah, defensive builds have changed in accordance with what people are doing with offense, or maybe it's the other way around, and defense is influencing offense, or I don't know, the Ouroboros thing, snake eating its tail, whichever came first, the chicken or the egg. But here we are, just like taking it easy, not tanking really, because there's not really much to tank, and the things that you would consider tanking, you're probably gonna die, so you just have to think up a different strategy. I kind of need the Wings of Mercy here, so I'm gonna step on the trap. But yeah, people, like the good players in the game, they're just not tanking anymore, and then the ones that are tanking are using Winter Byleth, and he's so strong in the hands of a really good player. You're probably still gonna lose unless you have like a well thought out defensive layout. So it is an interesting state that Ether Raids is in. A lot of people that like used to be like really invested into defense building, they're kind of just falling off. And I guess it's like cycles. The game does go in cycles. You got new players come in, or old players come back after they get like a itch for the game after a certain amount of years, and then they just come back in and pick up where they left off.
It'll be all
I kind of like the fact that, because I think some games kind of delete your account if you go inactive for a really long time, or you reset to 0. But in gacha games, you keep all of your stuff because, I mean, it is your money that you're spending pretty much, so, or your time investment. So you still come back and you're able to pick up wherever you left off and try to get back into the game based off where it is in its current game state, which is why I never agree with the people that delete their accounts. I mean, you put a lot of investment into that. I mean, you don't even have to. You just stop playing if you don't want to play, and then you can, if you eventually get the itch, you can come back and just look at it every now and then. You don't actually have to play the game.
It's a promise.
To each their own.
Am I needed?
Yeah, man. I don't know. Sometimes you need an easy one, and this is an easy one. Edelgard in the corner. How many years has it been, and people are still doing that, you know? She got demoted to the 4-star pool, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe it's easier to plus 10 her. I think I still have like a backup copy that I have on,
Leave it to me.
like, just for her skills.
What do we do?
I don't even know why. They're not even like good skills anymore. Aside from probably Armored Stride, you can probably use that, but not much going on there. I think she'll probably get a refine.
Leave it to me.
I don't know if they'll give her a Guild Force refine because she kind of hits hard. I don't know if that's going to be her playstyle. I don't know. We'll see what happens when her refine comes around. I'm kind of feeling that they'll go more towards. I really don't know what they'll do with her, but we'll see.
It's a promise.
Anyways, that is pretty much it. We're gonna use Shez here to close this one out. Oh, I finally built a defense. I realized what the problem was. I've been staring at the same map for so long that I'm just bored with it, so I changed the map, so we'll see how much fun I have with that, but GG's. Alright, welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We're taking on Gravity Wave here, and we're gonna jump into this one with our Fjorm team. We're just throwing Fjorm at stuff now. I guess that's what we're doing. And this isn't even like her this is not my strongest form. Yeah, this isn't the strongest form of Fjorm here. But yeah, this is pretty straightforward. Again, man, these things are really just lane baits. Long as you have a unit that can successfully counter the unit selections that you're coming against, then these cav lines, flyer lines, whatever the case may be, really shouldn't be too much of an issue. They can get sometimes a little bit creative with movement and pre-charge and a special, stuff like that, but ultimately it's really going to come down to, do you have the space to take on a particular unit or units on one turn and then clear everything out afterwards? And that's really all it boils down to. And I am going to be able to make the space here. And also Fjorm pretty much cleans everything here. Especially, as I mentioned before, Kvaser isn't bonus anymore, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem for Fjorm to take her out. At least not get doubled. Yeah, nothing here is really going to challenge Fjorm. Nino would have had a chance if she was a little bit more invested, but yeah, nothing here that's going to challenge Fjorm. Again, my Fjorm is plus 10, so if you don't have a plus 10 Fjorm, maybe you have another God Sword that can substitute, or just another unit that can tank all of this. Primarily, you probably want to go with either red or blue. Definitely need null counter disrupt. That is one thing that is certain in this current meta. You definitely need null counter disrupt, but we'll be fine here. I'm going to put Lemira off to the side to take on Kvaser, just because she won't lose the matchup. I don't think she'll outspeed Kvaser, but she won't die. So that's about as good as I can ask for, which means that Kvaser won't be able to activate her effect. Well, she probably will still activate her special effect, but no one will be no one will be alive or in space to be able to get use out of it. So I guess at least she has that going for her. I mean, if nothing else, she's a blue unit versus a red cav, and plus the Dragon Wall helps out as well. So damage reduction, great. If I was able to get like magical null follow-up on her, probably would have done that as well. Or physical, whichever one works with dragons, I don't know, but probably would have done that. But I kind of feel like the Dragon Wall works out a little bit better, in my opinion. I mean, if she had the no follow-up, the DR piercing, she'd be able to one-shot Kvaser, but ultimately, it doesn't matter. As long as she doesn't die, we're fine. Now,
do not waver.
Unfortunately, Dual Elise is no longer fast enough to really pose much of a threat to Fjorm. She was really, really fast when she just came out, but power creep is a hell of a thing, man. I was like, what? She came out
Show me.
at the top of Valentine's banner last year, if I remember correctly.
Let us go.
And at this point, she is just no longer anywhere close to being capable of doubling Fjorm. We should also get Triandra because everyone is going to be forced to attack unless she decides to dance Embla, which is fine. I mean,
yes.
I do need someone to survive so I can get the pots. That was one of the things that I was worried about. How do I get the pots? I'd probably even have allowed Dual Release to attack Nerthus, but I decided against it. But yeah, not dying here.
Death into life into...
There you go. 26 is still a lot, but yeah, not dead. So we are good to go. Maybe I should have given her a Mystic... Well, then she wouldn't be able to counterattack. Man. Yeah, still not very high on this Lumera. Not sure what to do with her, but for the time being, she's doing okay, I guess. For the time being. Here we go. No counter disrupt. Man. Yeah, none of this matters. Fjorm is just that good. I really wonder what they're gonna do with Felix, because he already has a God Sword unit in the game. So are they gonna just release Felix 2.0, or maybe they do something actually creative? But typically he should be a sword unit, but that's kind of weird because then you'll have 2 sword units on the banner, maybe even more, because well, Bernie can be colorless. Bernie can be an archer. That's fine.
faint.
And then Robin can be whatever color they want Robin to be, because there's so many ults for female Robin already in the game, so they can do whatever they want to do with her. Armored, dragon, whatever they want to do, they will do it with Robin. I'm not concerned about her, but Felix might end up being a sword unit. Maybe they go Lance, because Alphonse, I'm pretty sure Alphonse is going to be the sword unit on the banner. I don't see why they would make him a mage. Perhaps they could give him a different weapon type, maybe a lance or an axe. But I feel like it would be fitting if he got a sword for this particular CYL ult. I feel like he should get a sword, which leaves their options for mages as just Robin. I'm okay with a mage Robin, female Robin. That's totally fine. And maybe they could do a lance for Felix. I feel like Felix with a lance should be fine, since he already has... I feel like you already came out with Godsword Felix last year, and he was kind of a dud. So, bad taste, you know, for people who have that Felix at plus 10. Probably would be better if you made him a different unit choice. That's just my thought on the matter. Yeah, I don't think I said anything about Yunaka finishing... Yeah, I think I did. 3rd. I think she'll definitely win next year. At least that's where my votes are going. I don't see why... Well, there's no one... Again, I said this before. There's no one else from 3 houses for them to vote for, so it's definitely going to happen. I was planning on trapping the Kvaser there, but I just couldn't see how to do it. So I gave up on that idea, and we're just going to see what Embla does. And see if we can get both pots. It was getting a little bit too complicated, so I'm just gonna kill her, kill the unit, and then move on.
Excuse me.
Side notes: I am currently almost done with season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen. it has been absolutely fantastic, man. Like, full non-stop action once they started. Once it really got going, man, did it get going. I am like, holy, it is so much action, so action-packed. And a lot of stuff happened, like Tojo coming back. Oh my god, that was amazing.
It's a promise.
The fight between Sukuna and the beast thing, whatever that thing was, also amazing. I don't know, man. This has, I feel like right now, currently where I am in the story, I just want to see everything wrapped up, and I want to break. I want them to start summarizing stuff so that, you know, we can see what's going on. But GG's, I'll give you an update on the next match I post. See you in the next one.